Line-by-line explanation of Sonnet 18, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? By William Shakespeare.
Line 1, Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? The speaker begins with a rhetorical question, wondering if the subject's beauty can be compared to a summer's day. Summer is traditionally associated with warmth, light, and beauty, but this question implies that the comparison may not fully capture the subject's magnificence. The speaker hints that the subject's beauty might be even greater than a perfect summer day. Line 2, Thou art more lovely and more temperate. The speaker answers the initial question by declaring that the subject is more beautiful and calm than a summer's day. The word temperate suggests balance and moderation, unlike summer, which can be extreme in its warmth or harshness. The subject's beauty and nature are portrayed as steady and more refined. Line 3, Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Here, the speaker points out a flaw in summer. The rough winds of early summer, May, disturb the delicate beauty of flowers, darling buds. This highlights the fact that even summer is subject to disruption and imperfection, unlike the subject, whose beauty is more resilient and unshaken. Line 4, And summer's lease hath all too short a date. The speaker notes that summer is temporary, with its beauty lasting only for a short time. The metaphor of a lease emphasizes the brevity of summer's beauty, reinforcing that it is fleeting, whereas the subject's beauty, by contrast, will not be constrained by time. Line 5, Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines. The eye of heaven refers to the sun, which can sometimes be too intense during summer. The speaker is acknowledging that even the sun, while a symbol of beauty, can be overwhelming or harsh at times. This highlights the imperfections of summer, making the subject's beauty appear more pleasant and balanced. Line 6, And often is his gold complexion dimmed. Even the sun's golden light can be obscured by clouds, casting shadows and diminishing its brightness. This metaphor suggests that summer's beauty, represented by the sun's gold complexion, is not constant. Nature's beauty can fade, but the subject's beauty, as the speaker later suggests, will not. Line 7, And every fair from fair sometime declines. The speaker asserts that all beautiful things, regardless of their initial perfection, will eventually lose their beauty. This line reflects the inevitability of aging and decay, a natural process that all living things undergo. The idea is that beauty in nature is always temporary. Line 8, By chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. This line further explains the causes of beauty's decline, either by random chance or through the inevitable passage of time, nature's changing course. The speaker emphasizes that beauty in the natural world is unprotected and subject to forces beyond control, but this contrast will be resolved later when the subject's beauty is deemed eternal. Line 9, But thy eternal summer shall not fade. In stark contrast to the fading beauty of summer and nature, the speaker declares that the subject's beauty will never diminish. The phrase eternal summer symbolizes a perpetual state of youth and beauty. Unlike the natural world, the subject's summer will be everlasting, suggesting a kind of immortality. Line 10, Nor lose possession of that fair thou oust. The subject will not lose the beauty, fair, that they possess. While everything else in nature is subject to decay and loss, the subject's beauty will remain intact. The use of oust implies ownership, as if the subject's beauty is something they will retain forever, defying the natural processes of aging. Line 11, Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade. The speaker boldly asserts that death will not claim the subject or boast of taking them into its domain. The image of death bragging suggests that death typically celebrates its victories over life, but in this case, it will not be able to claim the subject. This suggests a form of immortality beyond the reach of death. Line 12, When in eternal lines to time thou growest. The speaker explains how the subject will achieve immortality through the eternal lines of the poem. These lines of verse will preserve the subject's beauty and ensure that they grow and live on in time. The power of poetry is highlighted here, as it has the ability to grant eternal life to the subject. Line 13, So long as men can breathe or eyes can see. As long as there are people who can breathe and see, this poem will endure. The speaker emphasizes that as long as humanity exists, the subject's beauty will live on through the written word. This line underscores the lasting nature of art, as it will be passed down through generations. Line 14. So long lives this, and this gives life to thee. The poem will live on indefinitely, and through it, the subject's beauty will be immortalized. The final couplet emphasizes that the power of poetry grants life beyond death. The speaker concludes by affirming that as long as the poem exists, the subject will continue to live, demonstrating the power of verse to transcend time. Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.